What's up, guys, and welcome back for another solo mining episode. In this one, we're going to be covering mining missions, the redheaded stepchild of missions in the game. Not a lot is really talked about with these. It's been several years since I've done mining missions, but we're going to kind of look at what we can do per get a decent enough per hour estimate, and just kind of cover these a little bit. So what I'm going to do is we're going to kind of go over the basics first, and then we're going to actually just start running the level 1 missions. So I'll do like a cut, and I want to go for like 10 minutes or so. It's usually when I like calculating is per hour, I like to go like 10 minutes on an activity, and then I can, multiply whatever I get by 6 to get a rough estimate. So we're going to go through all the information around mining missions, and then I'll cut. And then the right after the cut will be basically a 10-minute unedited session of just running these as much as we can, and then we'll kind of talk about what the results are and everything. So first off, let's go ahead and look at the actual wiki page and get you some information and all this stuff. Now, I haven't actually done these on an alpha before, but you can use Adventure quite a bit. Level 2s become a little bit difficult in Adventure because the required cubic meters is more than the Adventure hold. So as an alpha, you're pretty much going to be doing level 1s, or you're going to be making multiple trips out to the deep space pocket to do all 6,000. I'm going to be running these today in an endurance as a Omega. That allows us to go all the way up to level 2. We won't do enough today to do to get the reputation or standings to do level 2s probably, but as you can see here, level 1s will require you to mine 2,000 cubic meters of ore. Level 2 is 6,000, and level 3 is 9 or 10,000 of ice. And then level 4s are 45,000 cubic meters or 20,000 of ice or 5 of gas. But for all intents and purposes, what we're doing in this episode is probably level 1s and everything. Now, the recommended ships usually for level 1 are Adventure. Once you get into level 2, you need like a Prospect or Endurance, in my opinion, just because of the requirement. And then you can go level 3 with barges and 4s or Exhumers and stuff. You do encounter rats on these, so that's why I'm in the Endurance. We have some Hornets with us, so when the rats spawn, we can take care of them and everything. We'll get ISK and we'll get loyalty points if we finish the mission in time. Just like any mission, we'll get a bonus, so we're going to try to do that as well. And the mission ores are not actually like normal ores, they're kind of like counterparts to the regular ores, but you can get credit on the air objectives for mining mission ore. So there's also an air mission requirement to do 20 mining missions. So that's another reason to do these if you're really trying to get as much of those objectives done as possible. So all that good stuff. The other thing too is you can actually get stations that have multiple level 1 or even a level 1 and a level 2 agent. So if you're running like a skiff or a procure on level 2s, then you can double down. You can do you can accept a level 2 and a level 1 at the same time and go out and do them and then turn them back in at the same station at the same time. We just went and found a mining mission agent that was close to where we were at. So if you want to find them and figure out where they're at, you could just go to your agency, go up here to agents and missions, go to mission agent and then mining agents, and then you can look at all the things here. So it'll say what level they are. So if you're just starting off, you're going to be looking for level 1s and level 2 agents and stuff as you kind of get up to that point. So with all that being said and everything, we're going to go ahead and start running these missions and hopefully get some good information. And you guys can do with whatever you want with that. I mean, I haven't done them in a while. I don't know if they've changed. Another thing I should mention too is if you're going to use mining drones, I don't know if this bug has been fixed. Be careful when you're using mining drones, because if you give a mining drone a command before it's returned ore to you, any ore that's in that mining drone's inventory will be lost. Now, in mining missions, there's a finite amount of ore. Usually, all the ore that spawns is exactly what you need for the mission. So, if they haven't fixed that problem with the mining drones, and you're using them, just let the mining drones return to you and idle before you give them another command, just so you don't lose any ore. Also, mission ore is will not generate residue even if you are using mining gear that produces waste. They did this just so that your waste or residue doesn't automatically fail you for the mission. We'll see how much of that is true when we get out there and see what we start like encountering. But the last time I did mining missions, waste residue wasn't a thing. So we are going to be running with this endurance here, and we're running with a miner 1 or miner 2 actually, but we got a residue probability of like 34% on this. A cloak. These are deep space pockets. People can scan you down in them and find you and potentially gank you. So, I mean, it's just my normal like endurance fit. We got a couple of sensor boosters with ECCM scripts. So we'll, throw these up once we get on grid. Everything on the lows is just mining laser upgrade 2s. So we're going to be looking at doing about... A surface scanner is also nice on this too. So you can see exactly what is left in the rocks. So you can kind of change up or get ready to change up. Doesn't really work. It doesn't really matter that much with an endurance because you only have one laser. So if you're doing like a prospect or a barge or something like that, and you're kind of putting a laser on 2 different rocks, seeing which one's about to die allows you to kind of get a jump on it, and it'll help you speed up on your time. We're gonna be doing about 607 cubic meters every minute, which is about 10.1 cubic meters a second. So we'll see how we go. Now, if I remember correctly, the level 1 missions are not going to pay that much. We're going to be very, very, very reliant on the bonus. You also get LP for doing this too. We're not running any sort of implant for yield either. That can help if you want to run MX1005 or whatever. But enough talk. Let's go ahead and get this mining experiment underway. All right, let's go get this started. As you can see here, we're going to have the wallet emptied out. And level 1s at the very beginning are going to be very abysmal. But we're just going to kind of go through it. And there we go. Now, there's a couple things we want to talk about too. Once we kind of get started mining on this, some other considerations that can be made with increasing not just your loyalty points, but also your payout too. So I want to try to do these for every tier of mission. So this episode will essentially be the level 1 estimate at the very base level. So I'm going to try to get this tune up to level 2, and then we'll do it again for that and all of that good stuff. Mining tab. So we got 2 rocks here. Go and get really close to it. Look at our D-scan here and chill. This should take like a couple of minutes. It's only like 1800 cubic meters for it. We'll go and get started. We should be able to reach both from just being right here next to this one. Got some baddies in local. The initiative. So we're just going to keep kind of looking out on D-scan and everything. That's something you have to worry about too, is just worry about all the nonsense that's going on in System 2. These guys are 5.0. I think they're doing probably missions or something. But let's see. Oh, what I was going to talk about is negotiation. So under social, you can actually get negotiation skill to get more ISK per mission. We're only at level 1 right now. So I'll work on like getting that all built up. And when you get to level 5, it's like 25% more ISK for that. You also get mining connections, which you have to buy on the market. That will get you more loyalty points for missions as well. And sometimes people do these for loyalty points, not necessarily ISK. And then you also have fast talk or things like that, or just getting social as well to level 5 would help considerably. All right, we're gonna stay out of the rocks so we can warp back pretty quick. But let's go and do a survey scan on this. I'm pretty sure this rock is gonna have a little bit more in it than the other one. Kind of modifying my UI here as we go. I got 500 in there. This was 1800, right? Oh, it's 1800 units, not cubic meters. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So we should be good to go. And one cycle will pretty much complete this rock. 18, so you see it's 1800 exactly. And we don't have to worry about residue or anything. So let's go ahead and get this turned back in. That took us, we're about 3.5 minutes in. So I have a feeling that we're going to be lucky if we get 4 missions done, considering travel time and whatnot. But I think it's a good experiment too. I think, you know, talking about, like, you know, the average level 1, and then, you know, eventually, you know, look at do the same thing for level 2 and level 3 and potentially level 4 is pretty good. I mean, you know, we might not, you know, end up doing it as a new strategy or anything, but it's nice to just know the numbers. All right, so we have 59,000 right there. Let's get another mission. So 31 and then 31. So we should do 62 from completing this one. You can tell this has the old style mission UI. They redid the UI for, like, the career mission agents and stuff, but this has still got, like, the old hat stuff on it. We can use mining drones, but I'm gonna try not to, because I just don't think it's worth it. These rocks at level 1 are going to be pretty much one cycle. So minimum, we were going to be looking at about 2 minutes, or we're looking at about a minute per rock that's going to be on grid. And then also we have to, you know, consider also the burn time to the rock as well, because we are about 12k to be able to mine them. But they're relatively close together, so this will be mission 2. We should be at over 100,000 by the end of this mission. So I think we'll be lucky, you know, if you can do, like, I'm just going to say it now, you probably be at level 1 with level 1 negotiation. We're probably looking at maybe $1 million an hour. Obviously, we're going to get some LP for that too, and getting more negotiation skills will scale that up considerably. So do a survey scan and just kind of look. Remember, our cubic meter per cycle is 607, so we'll be doing about 2 cycles per rock here. Let's go and throw mining drones out. We got 3 mining drones that we can get working on the second rock, just to kind of help it a little bit more too. See if that and the thing with mining drones, like I said, just, you know, let them do their thing and don't reassign them until they show idle. So that cycle completed. Go and do another survey scan here. So you see it's about 393. So I'm going to cut it at a little over halfway, so that we don't waste any time. Now, obviously, if you're gonna do these, I wouldn't like try to, like, you know, min max and try to go, like, super quick. I think they're, like, chill. They're a good way to just kind of make some LP and make some extra risk. Do product discovery while you're doing this as well. Will also help considerably. All right, that one's done. And we can go ahead and approach this rock and just kind of help the mining drones out a little bit. So we are at a total of 7 minutes on this run. I want to stop at 10 minutes just so we can get a good idea. See what those mining drones did on that one. 700. So by the time they finish another cycle and I finish my cycle, that should kill the rock. The only thing about mining drones is you're gonna have to, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird though, because like they're out here doing this and collecting ore and stuff like that, or they're like in the middle of being returned to you, and rats come in and you know, bring them in. I don't know. It could. I don't know. I don't trust the mining drones for this kind of activity, just because of the way that their inventories work. So I might not end up using them, just for the fear of like losing some of the ore, essentially. I would say the sensor boosters are probably much needed on this. It allows for you just to be harder to scan down and whatnot. So we need 2,000. All right, 20,000. We got exactly that. I'm just kind of checking, making sure that we're good to go. That's 8.5 minutes. I don't think we're gonna get another mission in. If we were able to get like a third mission in, we could have probably done close to 1 million in an hour. But it's gonna be pretty much like probably 600,000 or so, just because of travel time and whatnot. But that's all it is supposed to be. It's just supposed to be an estimate, right? And also, as you start, you know, getting more and more standings and stuff like that, and like those negotiation skills, that amount will go up as well. All right, let's get in here and get this turned in. At 9 minutes, we have less than a minute, so we're gonna call it there. 121, about 121,000 on that. So let's bring up our trusty calculator here. So we did 121,000 times that by 6. You're looking about 726. I would say if you're going to start doing these, probably get at least negotiation 3, if not 4. If you go the full 10 or 11 days to get all the way to 5, then that's probably the best to do. But, you know, get that, you know, 1 million an hour, will be pretty good. Do that with product discovery, not too bad. I'm going to probably grind these out on this tune, get negotiation and all that stuff maxed out, and we'll kind of look at what level 2s can bring in. But yeah, it's about 726,000, I would say. And those are all in the same system, so we didn't have too much problems with travel time and whatnot. But I just wanted to make this, you know, kind of initial level 1 mining mission kind of experiment, and you kind of go down the path and see. I mean, in most cases, yeah, it's not going to be worth doing. You're going to be better off, you know, you'd be better off in an adventure just doing regular belt swap mining on a belt. But we can also illustrate, you know, LP gains and stuff like that as well too, and what you can get with that LP in future videos. So with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, it's not a lot, but if you guys are interested in seeing what level 2s and level 3 and level 4 ISK estimates are, then let me know, and I'll put in the time and do some grinds and get us there. Thank you for watching, and peace out.